Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy work? Somebody must do it, so I gotta do it. Who said it was easy work?
The desensitization is something that I think is kind of universal. And I think in different ways, I think men often run into the desensitization through pornography.
They're learning that way.
That's what like the way that we're taking on sexuality is like the most intense energy, like through a fire hose in this sexual encounter that's tapping into all kinds of different, our own traumas and our own desire for domination and our own, ego's desire to be the most powerful one and to have, somebody serve us or whatever the thing is that it's tapping into. And it's just like blasting. And that kind of desensitization, when you get into the actual lovemaking, you could be used to this kind of force that's coming in. So that could make you want to force like, oh, well, this is what I'm used to. This is the neuronal pathways that I've trained within myself. And I think that's a challenge that we can get into. And I don't think it's probably too dissimilar to a woman that uses an ever escalating, increasing intensity of a vibrator every day.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like the subtle touch of their male lover is like, what are you doing? Do you have do you have something with some power that you can get here? But it's the same idea. But I think, men don't have that for their cock, but they have it for their mind, which is the absolute extension of your cock in that way. And so being mindful of desensitizing yourself.
Yes. And
it's not to put shame upon, the act of watching porn. Oh, that's bad. It's like, this is very pragmatic. This is like practical.
Yeah. Like, let's look at the impact. Like,
yeah.
What's the impact of eating white sugar? You don't have to feel ashamed about it. You don't have to feel bad, but what does it do to your body?
Right.
And I think we can have a realistic conversation about porn of what is that doing to your nervous system, to your relationship to sexuality over and over again.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to watch that clip because in so many words, right, they pretty much describing how fucked up porn is and what it's doing to the mind with us men. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we watching porn and then we carrying this with us. You know what I'm saying? We carrying it with us and we bringing it into our reality where, listen, man, it's all it's doing is doing more damage to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have to continue to work on staying away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I like some of the examples that they gave in this clip, and that's why I wanted y'all to see it. Just how he talked about, you know what I mean? We approaching sex in the most intense energy. When he said that, it's like, damn, that's real. And that's exactly what porn is doing to us, making us approach sex within the most intense energy. And that tends to not work for the partner that we trying to hook up with. You know what I'm saying? Like women, like they not going, you know what I mean? You bringing that to the bedroom, it's not going to work, And the example that he gave where he talking about how it's like the equivalent of a woman using a vibrator every day. But then we walk up with our regular joint that's not wired for what it is that she used to, pretty much. And then she looking at us like, what we gonna do? Do that got some power in it, like this motherfucking vibrator, or no? Otherwise, it's like, yo, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the equivalent to us watching porn. Yeah, our mind is powered like that, but that doesn't mean that our joint gonna work like that and equal up to that vibrator. So why would we watch porn and then expect women to equal the shit that we watch on porn? You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we doing. We desensitizing ourselves, and we need to be aware of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to be aware of that because, listen, it's not helping us. It's ruining relationships, marriages, hell, our life. You know what I'm saying? Because we approaching the dating scene like that. You know what I'm saying? And I can't name how many times I was talking to a female and then just because of, and I'm not trying to just blame it on porn, but because how my mind was wired, especially through watching porn, I was trying to skip all of the in-between, getting to know these women and all of that other shit. In my mind, I was already there smashing already. So that was distracting me more than anything. So a lot of these situations didn't work. You know what I mean? I missed out on a lot of opportunities, just being honest, where, where I could have smashed quite a few women, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. This previous to my girl, you know what I mean? But my mind was wired. I was already smashing in my mind instead of just letting things free flow, you know what I'm saying? So I have to put some of that on pornography because I wanted it to happen just like porn would. You know what I mean? You turn on the video, you immediately, they get into it. You watching these clips on the hub or X videos and all of that shit is getting straight to it. So I was bringing that into my reality. You know what I mean? And not trying to get to know these women, not trying to, trying to skip past this. I'm thinking we go out, we kick it, and automatically let's get it popping. So just having a mindset like that isn't good. Understand that. Not just having a whole mindset like that isn't good. So I like the points that he bringing up in here. You know what I'm saying? And this is a lot of people. This is men, you know what I mean? And this is what pornography is doing to us. You got some men that's not even, they not trying to have no real relationships at all. They just giving their whole life to pornography. You know what I mean? And fapping. They not even interested. And you could just imagine what they go through. They suffering from social anxiety. I'm pretty sure a lot of other neurological issues that they having. Then, nervous system all messed up just because they choosing that over their reality. They choosing fantasy over their reality. And that's what a lot of people are going through. It's not just y'all. This is a lot of people. So to see people or a guy who probably don't even have a problem like I've had, you know what I'm saying? Just speak on it because he knows what porn is doing to people. You know what I mean? He know how sex and relationships is being approached due to pornography. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to get away from that shit. That's how we have to get out of that, man, and or at least start working on it. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people that don't even want to work on it. They look at us like we crazy, but all we trying to do is reprogram. All we trying to do is unplug from the matrix. All we trying to do is get our mind right. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way we want to get the real thing and have it not be desensitized. We want to be in the moment. You know what I mean? We don't want to be fucking just robots to it or not into it and not enjoying the actual experience because we thinking about pornography. It was so bad to me to the point to where after I get the real thing, I be in here fapping. You know what I'm saying? What sense do that make? You just got the real thing and now you in here fapping. That's a problem that a lot of people have and they do that shit. It's crazy. It's almost like, damn, okay, you just knocked out the real thing, but let me go get the better shit, which is porn. And that's not better. Something is wrong with your mind when you think that way and approach life that way and sex that way, relationships that way, and your marriage that way. That's why you hear people talking like Terry Crews when he brought up how pornography almost ruined his marriage. His wife told him she don't even know who he is anymore because he just wasn't watching it like just watching it every once in a while. He'd be watching it for hours. He said at one point he was watching pornography from sun up to sundown. You know what I'm saying? Just in this cave, just camped out, just watching porn all day. You know what I'm saying? So you could just imagine what it was doing to his mind. And he had to get himself off of that. He had to go to rehab for that shit. When you think about it, that's crazy. I would have never thought in my right mind would I ever think that you will ever have to go to rehab for porn back then because I didn't see. I didn't know what it was doing for me in the moment, even though pornography was connected to my addictions. It was connected to my drinking addiction, my drug addiction, all of those shits. So you got to understand that moving forward, man, listen, it's not just us. You know what I mean? There's people on the outside looking in that's seeing the effects that porn is having on people, and it's getting to the teenagers too. So you can just imagine how they approaching sex. You know what I mean? With how easy it is to access these websites. And I like the analogy that old girl said too. I like the point that she said with sugar. You know what I'm saying? You eat sugar, you know what I mean? You enjoy it. You think it has no effect on you, but it really ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's messing up your health. You know what I mean? And that's how we approaching pornography. Yeah, it's harmless. We think that it ain't harmless, but it really is. You know, you got to understand that your eyes is the window to your soul. So if we using our eyes to watch shit like this that come from a negative space, you know what I mean? And we acting these things out, it's triggering all those things that old boy named. You know what I mean? We want to be dominant like that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that porn, like I said, it's coming from a dark space in some of these women's lives. And I know some of y'all be like, man, who are we to care about that? I understand that, but we taking in all of that energy through these windows. You know what I mean? And it's not helping us in our own life. It's not. If anything, it's taken away from us. It's taken away from our real experiences out here. It's unrealistic. We living in a fantasy world. So we need to step out of that shit. We need to step out of that shit and reprogram ourselves from that. Otherwise, it's going to ruin our relationships down the line. Otherwise, we going to be desensitized and not have any feelings towards anything. We won't have, you know what I mean? We won't even be able to go through the natural flows and process of love making. If that's what you want to do, you want to make love, or having sex, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna take away from that experience. That's why you got some guys that's going through erectile dysfunction and all of that shit, man, because it ain't like what they see on these screens. Who want to deal with that? Who want to deal with that? I know I don't. I want to be in the moment when I'm getting ready to get some, and when it's smash time, period. You know what I mean? I want it to be natural and be, you know what I mean? And not have all of those distractions in my mind. I don't want to get some and then be coming back out here, feeling unsatisfied because my mind is programmed to think that this is the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? Ruining a relationship because I think that she should be doing what I watch on the screen, bro. Come on. We got to shake that shit, man. So if you here, right, you doing the right thing. If you retaining, you doing the right thing. If you on no fap, you doing the right thing. And continue to put in that work, man. And that's my word. Watch that clip again, all right? Peace.
Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy work? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy? Who said it was easy work? Somebody must do it, so I gotta do it. Who said it was easy work?